Fire in the hole, let's cook a picanha. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on for you today is, this is a USDA Prime picanha. Picanha, USDA Prime. This cost $18. A little expensive, but well worth it. If you can find picanha where you live, you want to get some. I have done, I've removed the fat cap of this picanha because I'm going to marinate it and cook it as any thick steak. And right now I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to do the old poka. I'm going to poke some holes in this picanha like this because I want the marinade to penetrate into the interior of the meat. We're going to marinate this overnight in a mojito. Have you ever had a mojito cocktail? Well, then you know what that is. It's rum and lime juice and mint. And I've got some rum and some lime juice and some mint here. Let's do the old poka here. Get this thing poked full of holes. Oh man, this is going to be good. Yeah, there we go. So I got some Caribbean rum, Palms Caribbean rum. Haven't even opened it yet. Ah, yeah. I better taste that for quality. Tastes great. Great. Good rum. I want about to put a cup of rum in there on my picanha. A little bit more than that. Swimming in rum. Doesn't that look good? Then I've got a couple of limes. We're going to juice these limes in there. Lime juice and rum. We got a mojito. You could drink that marinade right now. That'd be like a cocktail. Let's juice up that limes. The lime juice is going to help break down the collagens in the meat. It's going to make this thing really tender. I'm going to cook it like a steak, as if it was a big ass. Sorry, a big. As if it was a big, thick steak. We're gonna cook it over open fire. And we're going to do a reverse sear, or forward sear actually. We're going to sear it, and then we're going to cook it. So we've got the juice of some limes in there. And I've also got some lemon juice. About a cup of lemon juice also. That'll help break down the collagens. I've got some mint, fresh mint that we're going to throw in there. Some cilantro for flavoring. Cilantro. And some rosemary. Put some rosemary in there. Here's the mint, rosemary, and cilantro. And I've got a bunch of this elephant garlic. It's really big garlic. We're going to smash that with my knife and get that in there. That's not in a mojito. But garlic and beef go together well. So we want to marinate this puppy with about 5 cloves of that elephant garlic. Elephant garlic is a little bit more mild than regular garlic, but the cloves are a lot bigger, as you can see. They're huge. That's why they call it elephant garlic. And it's delicious. Get that in there. 1 more clove. 5 cloves of elephant garlic. I'll put a recipe in the description, of course, like I always do. I'm going to cover that up, put it in the fridge overnight. I'm going to flip that over. Get all that good stuff in there. I'll be flipping it as we go through the day, through the night. Got all that rum, all those herbs and spices in there. We're going to cook that tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to do a forward sear. I'm going to put that in the fridge, come back tomorrow and cook it. So stay tuned. I got a good hot fire going. I got my well marinated picanha over here. We're going to discard the marinade and all the stuff that was on it. We're just going to put a little bit of my favorite rub on there. That's my root boy rub that I developed for beef, because this is, after all, a beef picanha. And then we're going to take him and drop him right on the hot fire. Right like that. I'm going to rub the other side with some root boy rub. Just like that. I'm going to cook him on the hot fire for a few minutes. few minutes on each side just to get a good sear on it. Then I'll move him off the hot fire. I'll stick a thermometer in the thickest part of him and we'll cook him to 130 degrees. Then we'll take him off there and let him rest, and that should be medium rare with a carryover cooking. But anyway, we're just going to give him a couple of minutes on the hot fire, let him get a nice sear on him, flip him over, move him over, and then while he's cooking over here, we're going to make this mojito sauce that we're going to put on him. So stay tuned. I got a nice sear in my picanha. I've got it moved off to indirect heat. We're just going to let it cook there until we get an internal temperature of about 130. We'll let the carryover cooking carry it up to about 135, which is medium rare. Meanwhile, in my mini food chopper, we're going to make a mojito sauce, which is kind of like a chimichurri sauce, but with a mojito flair to it, let's say. And what I've got here is some mint leaves that we're going to go in there with some mint leaves first. Mint. Then I've got some garlic. This is elephant garlic. It's a little more mild than regular garlic, and they're bigger. That's why they call them elephant garlic. Got about 7 cloves of elephant garlic. We throw this away. Okay. Then we've got some, this is cilantro. Cilantro, I love cilantro. We're going to cut off a bunch of cilantro and get it in there. Get it in my food chopper. We just want the leaves. We really don't want the stems. So we just want to cut off the leaves of the cilantro like that. Pack it down in there. Then I've got some sun-dried tomatoes. Now what I love about these is they're packed in oil. So I don't have to put any oil in this. I can just use the oil that comes with the sun-dried tomatoes. And I love the flavor of them too. They're delicious. They're sweet, tomatoey, and just delicious goodness. Sun-dried tomatoes. And I've already got oil on them, so I don't need any oil. Then I got some root boy rub for the salt and pepper. Just a little root boy rub. That's salt, pepper, and garlic with some other things in it. Then I've got some parsley. And this is, before my cousin corrects me, this is Italian parsley, the flat leaf parsley. I'm going to cut the top off of that. Cut the top off the parsley. Stick that parsley down in there. Normally I punch that down a little bit, but this time I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna stick that parsley in there. Get that all in there. And then I've got some red onion that I'm gonna put in there, if this will all fit. About a half of a red onion. I'll put a recipe in the description, don't worry. And a jalapeno that I cut the seeds out of and also took the white skin out of it, because that's where all the heat is in a jalapeno. So we get the jalapeno in there, the red onion. Now we're going to put a splash of rum. Now if you remember, the rum I marinated this stuff in was kind of a cheap rum. This is the good stuff. This is the Caniche Reserve Barbados rum. I'm going to put a splash of this in there. This is going in place of the vinegar that you usually put in a chimichurri. I'm going to put a splash of rum in there. You know, this rum's not going to cook. So that rum is going to be, you know, rum. Just rum. And we're going to put the top on that and blast it down with the chopper. And you don't want to hear that noise. You know, it's kind of noisy. Anyway, I'm going to chew that up real good. And that's the chimichurri for the beef. As soon as we get that cooked up and sliced up, I'll be laying that on top of the beef in a nice presentation, which I will show you in a little minute. As soon as we get done cooking, I'll give you the nice presentation. We'll drink a beer and we'll take a taste of this awesome picanha with the mojito. This is the mojito sauce. Okay? So stay tuned. My picanha is done. Here's today's beer. This is from the South Beach Brewing Company. This is a Blood Orange Sunset IPA. 6.7% alcohol. You know I'm a sucker for fruit flavored beers. A Blood Orange IPA is ringing all my bells. So let's pour that out and see what it looks like, Rob. What do you think, baby? Oh man, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful beer. Look at that thing. It's a golden sunset color. Look at that beautiful beer. Look at that thing, Rob. Check it out. This is a Florida beer, Rob. You know where the South Beach Brewing Company is, down in South Beach, so I guess that's out of your woods though. You're up in Middleburg. Look at the beautiful color of that, Rob. Holy crap. Let's take a sniff of that. Blood orange. I love it. Oh man, it smells great. You can smell the blood oranges in it. You can see the color of it. Rob, let's quaff the froth off of this one. Outstanding. That's delicious. You can taste the blood orange and the beautiful flavors of the hop and barley. That's a great beer right there. South Beach Brewing Company, right in my own backyard. How about that? That doesn't happen very often. Let me get my picanha over here with my rum soaked, oh boy, it's a perfect medium rare, and I've got that rum chimichurri. Now you know that rum on there, that rum's not cooked at all. That's uncooked rum on there. I can't wait to get this in my mouth. Look at that beautiful piece of meat. Holy crap. That is so tender and delicious. That sauce with the sun-dried tomatoes and the rum, that's a winner. That's my recipe, baby. That's delicious. Let me tell you what, babies, you gotta make this recipe. You just gotta. You're gonna love it. Do this with a flank steak if you have to, but get it done. You're gonna love it. Anyway, make that chimichurri. It's delicious. Get some of this beer from South Florida, South Beach Brewing Company. Make some of that sauce. Make you a picanha. Look at the beautiful, the juice that's coming out of that thing. It's so juicy and delicious. What an awesome piece of meat, worth every penny. Prime picanha is so tender. It's unbelievable. Even the overcooked end of it tastes delicious. Tender as it can be. Let me tell you what, babies. If you like this crap, please subscribe. I've got almost 10,000 subscribers. I think I lack 12 subscribers. So if you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't like it, go up and see my buddy Dave, The Bomb Smokes. The Bomb Smokes. He's cool. Dave, he's cooking up some cool stuff. Go check him out. Give Dave a shout out. Give him a subscription. Tell him the Root Boy sent you. He'll like that. He'll think it's funny. He's probably going to pass me in subscriptions soon. Anyway, just like so many others have. Hey, when we get to 10,000, I'm going to sit down and have a chat with you all. And we'll talk about a lot of things I got on my mind. You know, about YouTube and about food and so forth. Oh, excuse me. Good beer. Anyway, about food and YouTube and stuff like that. That's coming up soon. Keep your eyes open for that if you're a subscriber. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I'll tell you what. This is one of my best recipes. That chimichurri sauce with the sun-dried tomatoes, it's out of bounds. Definitely. If Guy Fieri could taste this, he would be in Flavor Town right now. Let me tell you what. Okay, babies, that's my video. See you next week. Bye.